Hey guys, welcome to Schnilly Sports Picks. We're going into NFL Week 4 this weekend. We got a pretty good slate, a couple hard games to predict, to be honest. Nolan, why don't you start us off with your Sunday picks?
Right. Let's get right into it. First game at 1 o'clock. I like the Rams money line at Indy. Indy's coming off a big win against Baltimore. Um, I'm not big sellers on them. I think it was a good win for them, but it's one of those games that they just there's always that one game where people or a favorite will drop, and last week was kind of just crazy in general with the Cowboys losing to the Cardinals, Jacksonville losing to Houston, and this game or the Colts with the Ravens kind of stood out to me too. And we'll get into those other games later. But I like the Rams money line. I think they're 1-2, but their both losses have been one possession games. They've looked good in pretty much every game, I would say. They're playing to their competition. They beat down Seattle week 1, which I thought was a big game for them. Cooper Cup is still out till next week, so Puka is going to be getting fed as always. The new leading receiver in the NFL. So I do like Puka to have a big game. The Colts don't even know if Minshew or Richardson is starting. Richardson might miss another week. Honestly, I don't think it really matters. I don't like either one of them. I like Richardson better than Minshew, but Minshew did win the game last week, so I'll give him credit there. But I like the Rams money line at minus 103. I think it's good value. The line's been shifting a little bit. It's been pretty much a pick 'em, just straight up. But Rams money line at minus 103 is what I got it in for. And then oh shit. And then the next game I got Dolphins Bills over 54. It's the highest over under on the year so far, and I feel like the over is such an obvious pick, which makes people want to lean towards the under. But I still do really like the over here. I feel like these two offenses are just going to go head to head with each other, kind of like Week 1 with the Chargers Dolphins. It was just back and forth, back and forth. I trust the Bills to win this game more than the Dolphins. I think the Bills need it more. I feel like they kind of are playing with a chip on their shoulder. They're now like the underdogs to win the division. The Dolphins are the front runners. I think they're like minus 140 now to win the division. And I don't know. I feel like Josh Allen's gonna really step up this week, put on a show for his fans. Tua and Tyreek, Waddle, Mostert, A Chain, their offense is high powered. I think they're still going to put up points. They're leading the league in points scored per week at 43 and a half, which is like ridiculous. I know they put up a 70 spot last week, so it's a little skewed. But even week 1 and week 2, their offense has just been dominating. So I do like the over 54. I'm leaning towards the Bills. I also saw a couple ideas where you could, if you like, you could tease this game. I do like the Bills. I would tease the Bills. I do a 6 point teaser, and you could drop it down to 48 and put the Bills at. It would put them at like +4. I think that's what it is. I think the spread is. Do you know what the spread is? It's
Yeah,
-3.
yeah, Bills
So
are
if
minus
you did a
three.
6 point teaser, you could drop down to 48 and get them at +3. I think that's a really good play too, and parlay the two. But I like the over straight up at minus 105, 54. I'd say the Bills right now, I like them in like a 36-31 game. The last play straight up I have is Patriots +7. Against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are coming off going to be arguably the worst loss of the season. They looked terrible in Arizona. Got their fucking ass handed to them. They just did not look good. I think they are going to come in playing with like a chip on their shoulder, kind of like the Bills were, but I just feel like they're going to try too hard and their defense is going to make a few mistakes. Bill Belichick will take advantage, and it'll be a scrappy game, kind of low scoring. I don't know what the over under is on this one. I kind of avoided it. I don't know if you have it off the top of your head.
Yeah, the over under is sitting at 43 and a half.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I feel like it's going to be a scrappy, like a 21-24 type of game, but it's just too close to take the over under. 7 points. I think the line right now might have moved to 6.5, but I got it in at 7. If it's still 7, I'd jump on it. I just don't see this being a blowout. I like the Patriots to keep it close. I still do like the Cowboys to win this game, but there's no value on them to bet them straight up at 7 points. So I'd take the Patriots plus 7 in Dallas, coming off a win in New York, which sadly the Patriots own the Jets. But I feel like this is the chance for the Patriots. Don't fucking laugh. This is the chance for the Patriots to kind of go on a run because I mean their schedule's tough. They're in a tough spot. They kind of need this game, and even though I don't think they're going to win, I think they're going to really have to try and win. Like, that sounds stupid, but they're going to have to really make an effort to win this game. I think the Cowboys, I don't know. I feel like they're just going to play kind of sloppy and feed off the energy that happened last week. So that's my play there. Twisted Tea 2-leg parlay of the week. This has been 2 for 2 in the last 2 weeks. We lost week 1. We're 2 and 3 on the year. Last week we hit at plus 200 odds, and the week before was at plus 100 with the Niners Chiefs. Last week we had Patriots Packers. That one hit. So this week I got the Vikings money line. They're redeeming themselves from week 1. They are desperate. They're 0-3.
They are
They're
due.
going.
As due as it
They are
gets.
due. It is. They're desperate. They're playing Carolina, who's 0-3. They're at rock bottom. They're looking at a top 3 pick again. Minnesota is not that team.
It's not like they play bad, to be honest, in their games.
No, they haven't. They've lost the games.
Yeah.
They've had the games and they've given them away.
Exactly.
But they are due for a win. I think this game isn't just a win for them. I think they win pretty easily. I'm gonna put them. I think the spread right now is 4.5. I like them to win by like 6, 7 plus. But for the parlay, I'm taking them just straight up to win. No stress about it. Give me Vikings money line over the Panthers in Carolina. The other one is Steelers money line. I really do like the Steelers. And the beginning of the year, I wasn't on them that high, and now they're kind of growing on me. Even though I hate Kenny Pickett because he's a piece of shit, but I do like them to beat Houston. Houston's coming off their biggest win of the year, beating beating Jacksonville in Jacksonville, which fucked up my survivor pool. So I'm a little bitter towards Houston right now. But I do like the Steelers to win here. The Texans O-line is banged up real bad. They are down to their third stringers, I think, at left tackle and right tackle or right guard. So if all their players are out on the line, TJ Watt's going to have a field day, and I think the Steelers defense will just be too much for Stroud. So give me Steelers money line, Vikings money line, the Twisted Tea 2-leg
Yeah.
parlay of the week, sitting at plus 151 when I put it in. Probably roughly still around there. So
I think
those are my picks.
this might be my most favorite Twisted Tea 2-legger of the season thus far. I think.
It's about time you hop on the wagon.
I know. I need to make some money with the Twisted Tea 2-leggers. All right, moving on to my picks. We got Bucks plus 3.5. I feel like people just underrate the Bucks, and I know we're from Tampa, but I have no bias in football, to be honest. I really,
I'll agree with that.
unless it's maybe the Bills, I'm able to see things through a clear lens. I've got nothing.
As your next picks, Bills money line. But anyway,
Anyway,
no, the Bucks plus 3.5 isn't bad. I think this is a prove it game for them. They kind of looked real bad Monday night. Kind of got embarrassed a little bit at home. Division game. Winston, I believe, is going to play for New Orleans. I don't know if it's official yet, but Winston's going to make his mistakes. He's going to make turnovers, and I don't know. The Bucks need to capitalize, and they kind of need that game if they want to win that division.
yeah.
But sorry, go on.
I feel like the Bucks, they're kind of the middle of the pack team, and people are still rating them as kind of a lower tier team. I don't know. I don't think
I do.
I don't think they're a top tier team, but
Definitely
I
not.
just think they're underrated. So give me
Okay.
Bucks plus 3.5. I think it's going to be a really close, scrappy game. I don't see the Bucks getting a blowout, and I don't see the Saints possibly getting one either. That's why I took the spread. Anyways, moving on, we got the Bills versus Dolphins. I got 1 unit on the Bills money line at minus 148. Um, Here's the thing. I think the Bills are more composed, and especially if we see this being like a shootout. Like I think the Bills are just the smarter team, have the better coaching staff, and they do better under pressure, in my opinion. Um, and then for the next play, it's in the same game. I got the Bills Dolphins first half under 27 at minus 110. Everybody's expecting this game to be a shootout, and I am too, but I think 27 is just way too high of a number for one half, especially the first half, where I feel like teams score more points in the second. Um, I
I
think,
agree.
yeah, I think we'll see 3 touchdowns, but no more than that. I
I
think,
do like. Go on.
sorry, I think I could see Bills 14, Dolphins 10, or Dolphins 7. I could see that score line going into halftime.
Yeah, I do. I think 27 is really high, and I think it's kind of bait. But I like this, like you said. I think the second half, especially in the fourth, I think they're going to go back and forth, and that's where most of the points will be scored. But 27, I mean, I can even seeing it push at like 17-10, but I just don't like. I don't know, 21 to 7, 14-14. It just seems too high, and I think there'll be a field goal here and there that will keep that from hitting,
Yeah, I mean
keep the over from hitting.
the Bills have a good defense. It's not like their defense is trash, you know. And Miami, they couldn't score in the first half against New England. You know, it's just well they did score, but they couldn't put up enough points to hit this over. And
Yeah, no,
I think the
the
Bills have a
Bills.
better defense than New England, to be honest.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I think they do,
All right,
and
moving
it's in
on.
Buffalo,
Yeah.
so
Moving on, I got the Falcons +3 at minus 110. The Falcons. Okay, I don't have a lot for this game. I don't have too many reasons. It's just I'm kind of feeling it out. I think Jacksonville aren't the team we kind of expected them to be this season. They didn't really carry over that momentum from last season. I think later in the season they might pick things up again.
I
Whether
will
that's
say I was not on the Jags wagon, and I did kind of expect. I know it's only 3 weeks, but I did kind of expect them to regress. This game is in London, which they always play in every year, so it's a weird. It's also the Toy Story game. Can't wait for that. If you guys didn't know, Toy Story animation, or I don't even know what you want to call it, Pixar or whatever, is animating this game, so it's going to be must watch TV on I probably Disney Channel or whatever it's. I don't know, but Falcons +3 is not a bad play. I have a weird Falcons bias. I've always kind of like picking them, and I also just I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a sloppy game. Both teams, I wouldn't say are desperate. The Jags are desperate. The Falcons, in their division, in their spot, it's not desperation, but it's a big game for them. So I think they're going to play tough. It's also technically I wouldn't say primetime game, but it's a nationally televised game, being in London.
hmm
So
Plus
a lot on the line.
The Jags are coming off a 37-17 loss to the Texans, which is not a good look. I don't know what to think about that. I don't know if I should rate the Jags higher or lower in this match because of it. I don't know if they'll um, come out with a chip on their shoulder or if that's just the sign of a bad loss streak. But we'll see. I think Falcons +3 is going to be a very sweaty, close game. I don't see any team really running away with it. Anyways, that was our picks for NFL Sunday. Going on to Monday, what do you have, Nolan?
Monday, none of this is official. I didn't make any official bets yet, but this is kind of what I'm leaning towards as of now. I'm still waiting to see the lines shift a little bit, see what's going on, and the injury reports. I'm assuming Barkley is 90% sure he's not playing. But regardless, I really do like the Seahawks -1.5. I feel like it's a very generous line. I don't think the Giants are very good. I don't think they've looked very good. And when they lose badly. So Seahawks -1.5, I feel like is a very good play. I also do like a high scoring game, at least for the Seahawks. I think the Giants can get some garbage time scoring towards the end. And the over under right now is at 47.5. It is pretty high, but I feel like it's high for a reason. And the Giants at home will score a few points, but the Seahawks on the road will definitely. I have this game going like 30-17 right now. Oh wait, that's an under. Oh shit, 30 to. Give me 31-20. No, 30. No. Oh wait, no. Wait, what'd I say? 30-17.
Yeah.
No, give me 30-23.
Okay.
Seahawks.
That's better.
But I do think it's going to be kind of close. Like I said, these bets aren't official, so that's kind of why I'm waiting. I'm a little hesitant. I really do like the Seahawks -1.5. The over/under, though, I kind of just put in there. I feel like that's a nice little parlay. Also, you could sprinkle. This is the game. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Anytime touchdown. He is so due. It's not even funny. And I like him to score. I also, in a primetime Monday night game, receivers like this get their moment. He'll score. You can maybe even sprinkle a 2-touchdown parlay for him. Or not parlay. Njigba to score 2 touchdowns. I don't know the odds, but I like that at probably like plus 3,000. 2,000.
I was gonna say, I want to sprinkle a little Kenneth Walker anytime TD in this game. I don't know.
Yeah, but what you're probably not even getting good odds on.
Yeah, I don't know what it's at, but I could probably cook up another same game parlay.
Oh yeah,
With Kenneth Walker
like last night
in there.
You also forgot to mention you had Detroit -1.5 yesterday, which hit.
I had Detroit -1.5 on the spread for the money. I love Detroit, man. I'm a very wealthy man because of Detroit Lions, and I had a same game parlay as well. I had Amon-Ra anytime TD, check, hit. I had Amon-Ra over 60 receiving yards. He fell short by like 3 yards. And I had Goff over 1.5 passing touchdowns. They just ran the ball, man. They literally just like.
No, Montgomery had a night.
They threw it to Amon-Ra and were like, yeah, let's just run the ball now. Like, we have Montgomery, might as well just like use him, right? It's just
Kenneth Walker, by the way, -105 to score. So
that's that's a lot better than I thought. I thought it would be like -140.
Njigba to score 2 TDs plus 2,300. Now that's a sprinkle. Throw two touchdowns. Throw $10 on that to win 230. Throw $100 on it for 2,300.
Is that the wide receiver one for?
No, he's not the wide. No, he's on the Seahawks. He's the rookie. Njigba. He's not number 1 though. They got DK, Lockett, and Njigba. But I really liked him coming out of college. So
2 touchdowns for him. Oh man.
That's just a little keep you entertained sprinkle. But him to score once, I really do like. He's due for a big game, at least to get in the end zone. So give me that at plus 340.
Yeah,
and that's all I got.
Like a Lockett touchdown parlayed with a Kenneth Walker touchdown. That's like
that's pushing it.
Oh, but two touchdowns for a rookie
no,
WR3 isn't pushing it? Like
no, but that's the odds I'm getting for a 2 TD game are higher than you to get your 2 touchdowns from 2 different players, and I feel like once he gets one, he's gonna get fed.
I don't know, man.
So
anyway, we'll see how it plays out. But yeah, that concludes our show for this week. A shorter episode. We didn't have any UFC going on this weekend, so I didn't have a whole 20-minute segment to myself to just yap away. But
rant about some random women's fighter that nobody's heard of that is gonna sleep some chick in 35 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, money is money. All right, we'll see you guys next Friday. or Thursday, depending on how we're feeling. But we'll see you guys then. See
All
ya.
right, see ya.